Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly and today we're going to do a chit chat get ready with me with all of my favorite prestige makeup. I have everything here in my box next to me. There were a couple things that I was not sure on which was going to be my favorite, but we made a decision. And if there's anything that you absolutely love, prestige brand, that you, a holy grail, cannot live without, let me know what those are down in the comments. If you're super excited, go ahead, grab your tea, your coffee, and let's get ready together. Okay, my face is washed, moisturized, and sunscreened, ready to go to put some makeup on for the day. I've got lots to do. I don't think I've ever sat down with all of my prestige, high-end, however you want to classify it, all of that kind of makeup. I've always just said, well, I like this one, and been kind of choosy. And honestly, it was kind of hard. We'll get into that as we go, but first I'm going to start with the Cover FX Blurring Primer right here. I really like this one. It's lightweight. I don't always feel the need for a blurring primer, but this has got to be one of my favorites, just all around. I do feel like it's somewhat hydrating. It is tinted, sorry. But I feel like this one plays the best under all of my makeup that I like, but I feel like it also plays well with my skin too. Make sure we cover up those pores. But I feel like it does really, really well around the eye area quite a bit. For foundation, the one foundation from the high end that I have gone through and repurchased is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I really like this one. I like the ease of it. I like the doe foot applicator. I can't help it. I know a lot of people don't, but I love it. I like the coverage. I also like that I feel like I have a lot of control over the coverage as far as if I wanted a heavier coverage, I could do that. And it's pretty wearable all year round for me. Although in the dead of winter when my skin is really, really bad, I cannot. And with this foundation, I do prefer to use a sponge. This is just my L'Oreal sponge. I don't have a favorite high-end sponge. And I do have mine in the shade 1 Linen. Did I grab the wrong one? I did grab the wrong shade. I have 2 shades. This is my summer shade. Oh, I'm winning at the foundation color game this week. But I do like this way this one kind of covers enough. I also really like the fact that I can use it as a concealer, which helps that I don't have to grab something else. For a concealer, it does kind of make the getting the ready process. That makes sense, but you know what I mean. Okay, well, I was going for a lighter medium coverage today, so maybe we're going to go for a little bit higher coverage. I'm going to build this up with the other one. So this one then, yeah, this one is in 5 Breeze. This is my summer shade 1 Linen, so okay, we're doing both. So, because it's almost too much. So just lightly going to kind of hit almost the center parts of everything and just lightly build this up a little bit. That's much better. I actually prefer this under my eyes as well, so I'm going to use it as a concealer. I think it sets well all by itself. I don't need just dots with this one. And it does give me the good coverage that I want. I don't really have a favorite high-end concealer. And not that there's not good ones out there, but I kind of feel like if you don't have to spend the money, you really should, you really don't have to. Drugstore's got some amazing concealers right now. I do think I'm going to set under my eyes though. And the high-end powder that I like to set underneath my eyes is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I really like this one. This is another one that has been repurchased as well. But it has a nice little shifter here, which I appreciate. And I am just going to take my flat, fluffy, big brush. And because this foundation is very, very dry on me, I do like to kind of dust over my face with a MAC Light Mineralize Skin Finish and Natural. Right here, it just has a very nice pearly kind of shift to it. And for that, I'm just going to go in with a big fluffy brush. Just, I think it's the face brush. And this foundation doesn't need to be set, but like I said, I do want to kind of add in some extra glow back into my face. And this powder really does just bring my skin back to life. And I love it for it. For brows, I usually really love the NYX Micro Slim, but when I was digging, I did find the ABH Brow Wiz Skinny Pencil in Taupe, just a sample size, so I did grab that because I do like that. But I also usually follow up with the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil in Universal Taupe as well, so usually the NYX and the IT Cosmetics is my go-to, so I found a replacement. Or I think the NYX is pretty close to the ABH. This is the wrong color. It says Taupe, but we'll make it work. And I am going to go back in with this brush and some more powder and powder my eyebrows because this trick really works. And you can tell the difference when you don't do it. Big difference. I think we decided this year we're going to take the kids out of state to a different zoo. And I'm not sure which one, but I think we want to go to the Indiana Zoo. I'm not sure. But I think that'll be fun with it for the kids. It's a different zoo that we haven't been to 100 times, so we haven't told them. So if anybody watches this knows the kids, don't say anything. Alright, I am going to go in with the smallest pencil ever. But, oh, I don't like using tiny things in my hand. I forget what shade I actually am in the Brow Wiz, just because I found a cheaper alternative in the drugstore. And it's really hard. Like I said, it was really hard to sit down and pick some things that were actually high-end. And I didn't realize how much I've actually gotten away with and found gems in the drugstore that work just as well or better. Making it work today. It's a perfect brow. It's so good. That powder trick, I didn't do it one time because I was doing like a no powder face kind of thing, and oh, my brows were so bad. Oh, they were so bad that day. I had trouble getting them on, trouble getting them even, and then it was just a hot mess. The rest of they wore so bad. They pilled up, which is weird because you'd think if you powdered it, then you would get those little, you know what I'm talking about. But no, it was when I didn't powder and make my eyebrows super matte. I'll have an amazing brow day because of that powder. But if you guys have any suggestions for a fantastic zoo not in Michigan, let me know. I'm curious, where is everybody's favorite zoo? Next, we're going to go on to the face products, and I do have just the trial size. I had a really hard time with bronzers. I have some high-end bronzers. I've got like the the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer, and it's okay. I have the It Cosmetics Vitality Disc, that's okay. I've got one from Clinique, that's okay. But I didn't have one that's a favorite. But I do have the Balm Take Home the Bronze in Oliver. This is just a sample size I got in my Ipsy, but when this is gone, I am going to get the big size because I really like this. It's perfect. It really is. I am just going to take kind of a dome, fluffy kind of face brush. Dip in there. Just kind of bronze it up a little bit. I do like the size of this for travel, but I know the full size isn't much bigger as far as packaging goes. But I like how it builds. I like how it wears, especially on my fair skin. It's really hard to find a good bronzer, even in the prestige side. There's a lot of warmth. I want warmth, but like it has to not turn orange, or some of them even turn red. Bronzers are really tricky with me. But this is a good one. I like it. And I don't think many people talk about it. Everything from the Balm I've ever tried, I really have liked. Do you guys have a brand? I want to know. Let me know. Is there a brand that everything you try, you like? Across the board. Like, there is not one product that you were like, I will never use this. This sucks. I have some like that. Like, there's some brands. The Balm is one that everything I try, I really, really like. But there's other brands that I really like. They're powder products, but I can't handle, like, any of their cream products as far as, like, lipsticks or mascaras, eyeliners, kind of everything. But there's very few brands as a whole where I haven't tried anything that I didn't like yet. And that's one. I'm always curious to hear everybody's recommendations or just their overall thoughts on a brand. I'll be very honest, Urban Decay is one brand where I don't like much of anything from. In case anybody's wondering, I struggle with that brand. They come out with some beautiful things, they come out with some very interesting things, but then at the end of the day, it just doesn't work for me, and it is a bummer. It is a big bummer, especially because I am a GOT fan. But moving on. My favorite blush, this is no surprise, is the MAC Powder Blush in Margin Frost. This one has a little bit of a peachy sheen to it. And, oh, I love this one. You can build it up to where you want. It works so good. And it's one of those blushes, I mean, a lot of blushes that have like that natural sheen into it, it will sink into all these lines I have starting, and just they make me feel so old, and it's a giant pain in the rear. I don't like it. Well, I don't appreciate it, I should say. But this one's is so nice. This is one of my favorites. Yeah, this is my favorite. If I'm doing just one cheek product, it's this. Hands down. This is it. I am going to skip highlighter for right now because there's two and I haven't decided. I decided I was going to do my eyes first and then go back to the highlighter to see which one was going to match and how I was feeling at the moment. Surprise, Kelly can't pick just one, which leads to eyeshadows. First off, I don't have an eyeshadow primer from the drugs or from Prestige that I like. I don't. I haven't found one. So we're not using one today. For my eyeshadow palette, today I did pick the ABH Sultry palette. It is my favorite. I don't think it's available anymore, and I'm really sorry that I'm picking a favorite that is no longer available, but if I could only have one Prestige brand palette, it would be this palette, because there's everything that I would want in here and more. So we are going to go in with this one today. But for starters, I am going to go in with Slate right here. And I am going to take a rounder, dense, domey kind of brush. This is a newer brush. And I am going to put this all over the lid, but avoiding the very, very inner part of my eye. And I'm also going to take this in the crease. I've done a lot of color lately, and I really have been enjoying it. But at my core, I think I will always be a neutral girl. And I'm sad that this is not permanent by ABH. I am hoping that somebody comes out with a good dupe for this, because I'm going to need a backup. When this one is banned, I will be devastated. Because I really should have just got a backup. I talked myself out of it and decided, no, you don't need a backup. It is just a neutral. You'll be okay. Oh, what did I do? But I didn't get a backup. It is what it is now, right? I guess I should look. Okay, I did look. It is still available on ABH's website, in case anybody is wondering. Now I don't feel so bad having this as my favorite palette, because it is my favorite palette. Next, I'm going to go into Pearl right here. I'm going to take a flat shadow brush right here. And I'm going to pack this on right over top of that gray that we did. Just on about half the eye. Really focusing on the very center where we didn't put the gray. But do I need a backup? That's really, really weird to have a backup eyeshadow palette. I realize that. But it really is. I love this palette. When this came out, I didn't hesitate very long about getting it. And then I did get it. It was my birthday present. Very early birthday present. Next, I'm going to take a flat shadow brush and go into Fresh right here. Whoop. The matte one. And I'm going to take this right on the inner corner, just to brighten it up a little bit. I realize I think having a backup eyeshadow palette especially is kind of like on the verge of hoarding, so Kelly's trying not to be a makeup hoarder, or at least any more than what she probably is. I like makeup. I've always liked makeup. It's a weakness. I can't help it. I'm going to go in with a mini fan brush, and I'm going to hit the brow bone with that matte shade. This palette is so thought out. It is solely the only... Is it the only palette? I think it might be the only palette I own that I like all of the colors. There's very, very few that exist. I think the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons comes close, and Persona Identity is another one. I love all the colors in both those palettes, I think. At least the majority of it. Next, I'm going to go into Noir right here. And I am just going to take a smaller dome brush for this, very, very lightly, because it is black and I don't want it too much, but I do want to darken it just a little bit. I have left the house with this. I do this gray all over the lid and in the crease a little bit. I really, really have been loving that color blocking everything with all colors. The neutral colors, colors. It's been really, really nice for somebody like myself that is very, very timid of actual color to just do a solid color blocking with a color. instead of just completely freaking my body out and going, oh my god, way too much, way too fast kind of thing. It's really helped ease me into it, and I really have been enjoying color as we do like a completely grayed out look today. I'm going to go back in with the brush I used for my crease. I'm going to blend those together. I really just love the way this applies. I have a wrinkle that doesn't like color without primer. I don't have a primer I like from the Prestige brand. I really, really don't. I've used a few and everything came to an all stop. That one, instead of pulling something else, because I couldn't decide, I was just like, no, I don't. I have two. I think I have two. I know I have one. I don't like it. It's the primer potion. It doesn't work for me. I don't know if it's my skin texture or what. I don't know. My eyelids are both dry and oily. like an oily crease, but yet it gets quite dry because my skin is so dry. So I don't know if that's what it is, but I can't get it to work. It makes me angry, and I don't like to be angry. And not over makeup. It's just makeup. Makeup should be happy. It's my happy place. Well, we are just going all kind of crazy on this side today. It screwed up the gray, and I went a little crazy with that one, but we'll blend it out. We'll be okay. It's one thing I really do love about the ABH shadows is they blend so effortlessly. Very rarely do I come across a shade or a time where I need a special brush. I'm getting crinkles right here, but that's my eye. It's gone. It's not the shadow's fault that my eyes are super dry and not primed. Oh. I think if I had normal skin for a day, I wouldn't know what to do. I think I want to deepen it up in the crease just a little bit. I feel like I blended away just a little too much. I don't know why I'm going for such a dark smoky eye today. It's a yard work day. It happens, right? There, blend it less. A bit more definition that way. I like to stamp my color, in case this is your first time with me. Hi. I stamp my color, typically. So that way I get the pigment where I want it. And then I just blend. Okay, I like it. I am going to take a smaller tapered brush, and I'm going to go back into Slate right here. I'm going to smoke this out on the lower lash line quite a bit. Do you guys ever just get sassy pants on and you're just, you know, that day's makeup is going to be sassy? I do. I woke up and about mid-coffee I was like, yeah, today's going to be a sassy one. I love coffee. I really love coffee. Almost as much as I love makeup, I'm very particular on my coffee. Is that everybody else super particular on their coffee? Like, there are some coffees I will just straight pass on. But there's some that I'll break the no coffee past a certain time rule just because it tastes good. Not I don't drink coffee because I need to. I drink coffee because I really love the taste. And it's got to be over ice. I don't know what it is. I love coffee over ice. Warm coffee is weird. People that drink warm coffee is weird. And I know that's like everybody out there. Very unpopular opinion on that one. I gotta get something on my lips. My lips are super duper dry. I am gonna go in and line my pencil. So I am gonna go in with the MAC Boldy Bear pencil, lip pencil. Just a very nude kind of color. I wear a lot of nude. Nude and neutral. That's me. And for lipstick, I am going in with the MAC Velvet Teddy. It is a matte color. My favorite. I love this color. This one doesn't leave my purse ever. Much better. This is one of my favorite mattes that I can wear. I can't wear a lot of matte. I just cannot. So because I do have a very cool gray look on the eyes, I'm not going to go in with my Cargo Swimmables in Pebbles Beach brown eyeliner because that would be silly. And I don't like the black one from Cargo, which is weird. But for the eyeliner, I am going in with the Smashbox Always On gel eyeliner in Fishnet. This guy's little and he's almost gone. I love this pencil, and I am just gonna do my waterline, and maybe we'll see. I'm gonna do the waterline and then we'll see. But I do always do my waterline no matter what. Sometimes I don't take anything on the top, and sometimes I do. Depends on my mood, but I'm quite sassy today. Obviously, I got a very, very smoky look for yard work. I feel like I'm going to be really sassy. I'm going to take a very thin line on top. And that is why I really like this pencil. It does glide on over my texture on my eyelids. And it doesn't skip. I don't have to go back and like fill in. I don't like liquid liner for that reason. That I feel like I'm always going back to fill and fix. And I screw this one up much less. Just very easy, very quick line. I don't ever take my line all the way to the inner corner. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if I heard that it keeps your eye open. But on me, I don't like it. Okay, so I was talking through all of that, and the camera shut off. So, mascara, I did use my Clinique Lash Building Primer and High Impact Mascara Duo. I love this thing. It's been used quite a bit recently. Okay, for highlighters, I have two because I didn't know which one I really wanted to do because I wasn't sure which eye look I was going to go for, and I still can't decide. So the two I have is the Stila Heaven's Hues highlighter in Kitten. This is the putty one, and also I just got this in Ipsy. It's the Ofra highlighter in Star Island. Holy crap, this is my favorite. If this was a drugstore, I would like the one that looks very similar to this. But these are the two. This one is the Stila Kitten, and this is the Ofra Star Island. One is kind of more of a champagne gold, whereas the Stila is more almost like a natural wet look. And I think actually that's the one I'm going to go for today. Just everything else is dramatic enough. We're going to tone it down a little bit. And for this, I am just going to go in. This is actually a foundation brush. I recently tried this, and I like it. With creamy highlighters, this one's kind of creamy. This really works well with putting on a highlighter. You know, you got those kits or duos and you're like, this is horrible for foundation. What do I do with this? It's a wasted brush. So it's really good for highlighter. Especially also like stick highlighters. I've used it for that as well. Really, really good for that. But this one, it gives such a natural, wet, dewy look. I love it. Anything extra, I'm going to tap kind of in the center of my face. It's so pretty. So, so pretty. For setting spray, I really love the MAC Fix Plus, but I don't have any on me. So my next best thing is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I really love this. It does seem to have some micro glitter in it, so if that is not your thing, you're not going to like this. But again, because my skin is so dang dry, I don't care. It really helps me, and it's got such a fine mister on it that I go overboard, I know. But I do think it does make my makeup last a lot longer when I do use this. The spray around it is it's fantastic, even though I pretty much bathe in it. And this is the finished look that we came up with today. I'm super happy with it. It is definitely something I've done already. It's something I do often because I like my neutrals. But in the end, I really am, at this point in my life today, I'm very much so a neutral lover, and it is what it is. I love some color, but we're getting there. But right now, that is my ride or die. I love that palette, and I will not be a hoarder. I will not be a hoarder. Kelly does not need a backup. I want to know what your favorite makeup is. What is, even if it's just one thing that you're like, I cannot live without this, whether it's a palette or a foundation or a primer, if there's one thing that you were like, yes, this is an all stop for me. This is where it ends. I love this. Let me know what those are down in the comments. I'm curious. I hope you had fun today as well. If you did, please share this video with your friends so that we can share the love of makeup all around. My makeup is really a happy place for me, and I want to share that happy with everybody. So I hope everybody has a absolutely amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!